If you find my video useful, please subscribe. Thank you.
All right, so now you have the propeller off. What you have to do next is take these bolts out. They're the mounting bolts that you see back there. There's 1, 2, 3 up in here, and a 4th one down there. Okay, and they are a 7/16 head. So I use a small ratchet with a 6-inch extension and a 7/16 socket. Let's go ahead and get those undone. So we'll just be able to go ahead and get on these. Now I already cracked them loose for video purposes, but we'll undo them the whole way. Go all the way around, undo all 4. Okay, and then once they're out, I'll show you how you're going to pull out this bearing housing, okay? So let's go ahead and just show that these bolts are out, and then we'll go to the next step. All right, so this portion of the video is going to show you how to pull the bearing housing out of the lower unit. The easiest way to do it is to rent a harmonic balance puller from AutoZone. AutoZone, the part number will be 57187. When you open this up, it has everything you need to be able to pull this bearing housing out. So the parts that you're going to need out here is your tri-foot or your crow's foot. You're going to need this large main bolt. You're going to need your point. And that's it. That's all we need out of this for this. But then you're going to have to go to Home Depot or a bolt store, and you're going to get 5/16 bolts that are at least 8 inches long, okay? And then just 2 washers that fit on those. And the way we're going to set this up is that the main bolt goes through facing this way, so the flat side, because you want your bolts to be on the flat side. You're going to put this in and only get it started a couple screws. This is going to sit on the end of here, because that will go into this divot right here, okay? After that, you're going to take your bolts and put your washer on it. And then this 5/16 18 coarse thread will get threaded into these holes here in your, very specifically in your bearing housing, okay? And let's go ahead and do the other side. Now, you don't have a lot of threads to work with, okay? So that's something you gotta keep in mind. So if you feel like it's not getting enough grip, it might not be, and you're at risk of probably pulling your threads out. But this should work for us. I don't think we'll have a problem. So once that's in there, you're gonna go ahead and tighten this in just a little bit. So 1/2-inch socket, we'll tighten these bolts in to the carriage. And then we'll tighten this side in, just to make sure it's nice and tight, and that you have a good grip in there. Okay, once that's all tight, it should look like this, okay? And that's the setup you're looking to have. Now, once that's fully set up, you're gonna go ahead and start tightening in this main bolt right here, and that's gonna basically pull your bearing housing out. This is the easiest way that I found to do it. You can hit it with a impact as well, but I like to be able to feel it. That way I know it's not gonna break anything. Like I said, you can hit it with an impact. That's a different way to do it. This is the way I prefer. And then once you have tightened that enough, this whole bearing housing will pull out. And this is one of the O-rings that you're gonna need to replace. And then here's the oil seal that you'll need to replace. Check that the bearings are good too, but my bearings are pretty new, so I do not need to replace that bearing or this inner bearing. So let's go ahead and get this all disassembled, and we'll go ahead and get some seals replaced.
If you find my video useful, please subscribe. Thank you.